Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Cobalt Core, where today we are trying to pin down the last of Perry's memories, maybe something just a little bit more directly relevant to the situation at hand than the last one. I guess I wouldn't be heartbroken if it was just as adorable as the last one. That would also be fine. This is what the randomizer has given us. This is a crew that we haven't won a run with yet, I'm pretty sure. And then after this, there's a big focus on Drake. So yeah, what the hell? Let's go for it. The Artemis is definitely not the strongest ship, but we can make some stuff work here. So 2 random cards to Type A. I do like the Type A upgrades generally. Yeah, that's the good lunge. That's the free version of all these things. Yeah, I'll take 2 upgrades. Yeah, fine. I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, so this is going to be a lot simpler than a lot of the previous runs, I think. It feels like a very straightforward crew to play. I guess I'm saying that with Max. Max's cards do often create some complication. Do one of these, and I guess one of those. Yeah, there's no reason in particular to spend any evasion here, I think. Just slug it out with this thing for the moment. The block shot doing 2 damage is actually really nice. I could spend both of my evades to cause the lunge to deal damage, and I probably would if... Well, I mean, I definitely would if it was lethal. But I don't think there's much reason to do that here. Wow, okay. Well, that's what we get for damage output. I would really like to get a kill here. There we go. Okay, so stun charge is like very unexciting. There's a lot of ways of getting stun in the artifacts and stuff. We're definitely not worried about that. Lazy Barrage slides your enemy to the right. And it does do 3 damage for 2 energy. Upgradable to 4 damage for 2 energy, but obviously like only under certain circumstances. Broadly, I feel like with this ship, we want to be sliding enemies left more than right due to the where the cockpit is. I'm gonna not take a card here. I don't know if that's reasonable. It looks like all of the paths that lead through one of the elites end up getting you all the same stuff in the end. But yeah, we're definitely tacking north through that corridor of elites. It's a little awkward. I guess we're just gonna reroll, shoot, basic block. We'll just take 3. I do miss stuns. Okay, well, Max is not the worst member of the crew that we could have lost there. Would I rather have Max back than to do more damage? No, I think I want to just get the fight over with as quickly as possible. If Perry goes missing, we got to do something about that, but... Alright, well, here, getting Max back is free, so why not? And you know what? Yeah, I'll take a point of heat. That's not a big deal. The odds that we heat to the point of actually taking damage are so low. Perry, I will, yeah, go ahead and spend some energy on here. Okay, and glad that we did so. Hey, remember when the game was really straightforward like this? You know, I'll take a multi-blast. Deflection can become 3-2-1. This is not a bad card, actually. But multi-blast is a thing you're like almost never sad to draw. Let's get the unknown energy signature first. Oh, hey, it's Brimford, and he wants to give us some crime. So I really don't like... It seems to me like you always get the artifact, and then there's a 75% chance that something bad will happen. I think the word "or" here is just entirely wrong. Okay, Shield Memory is not even a good artifact. I guess now we've taken it, so it's in the Codex, but yeah, that's... Shield Memory is essentially nothing. If we're going to move over, I guess I may as well move over now. Well, the thing is, moving over doesn't even actually do anything because it causes us to take an extra point of damage. It's like we lose 1 incoming damage, then we take 1 extra. I guess I have the ability to move over twice. So we play basic dodge. Go to here. We pound in a couple of shots, take advantage of the weakness. Yep, and that's still hull damage. Okay, this turn's a little bit better, though. Yeah, this is rough. We're taking a little bit of a beating here. Do I have lethal? No, I don't, because there's no way to access one of the weak points. But with a reroll, we can just shoot you a bunch. Okay, and this turn we have it, because we can slide over here, get the weak point. Yeah, that was a lot of hull damage for like a random question mark node where we got an artifact that does nothing effectively. This is not a bad start. Boom, boom, boom. And I guess just burn the corrupted core. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Shield Surge was right there. Perhaps. It's hard to imagine not wanting to bank basic dodge, even though it does mean we're not... I guess we're not doing a huge amount of damage this turn because there really just wasn't all that much damage in that hand. We already have enough movement to get free. We're not super close to killing the enemy, so I guess I'd rather bank a dodge than do a damage. Yeah, rewarded. It is nice to be able to move around, it turns out. Enrage. Power drive your opponent, but total stun them for 1. I gotta be honest with you. I think this is pretty bad on this run. If we had Dizzy, or if we were likely to have more evade-based damage reduction, you could make the power drive not matter. When we're trying to be taking everything on our shields, I think it's terrible. EMP's fine. You know, we get some good work out of EMP. The leftmost card in your hand's attacks deal -1 damage. Okay, that's interesting. And potentially quite powerful. What's energy refund is just going to fire on the EMP right now. You know what? I don't think we've ever taken right click before, so it's at least interesting. It is definitely going to cause a lot of weird randomness problems for us. But also, there's stuff like that. Well, that's a real shame. Can't actually get any attacks off here. Yeah. May as well just EMP, I suppose. Because otherwise, you know, we're going to lose our whole shield anyway. Okay, basic dodge. If I scoot over, I can hit you for... Yeah, this will be lethal. Because right-click's really good when the multi-shot's on the correct side of your hand. And that definitely makes things like Lazy Barrage more interesting. I still think I don't want it, but yeah, like... It is definitely more compelling to just hit the enemy multiple times per shot. And that was already a pretty compelling strategy. Ion Converter is, of course, pretty good. It's a lot less good before you have bonus energy, though. And Sharp Edges is damage, which I think we need more. Hey there, friend. I would love to upgrade the Lunge in my hand. Probably actually the EMP. I think what I'm going to do is upgrade the EMP to the version that doesn't blow up my shield. Makes it a lot easier to use. Yeah, and this is like a great opportunity for EMP for a huge amount of damage. And then, sadly, there is no way to play this lunge profitably. But I mean, we may as well play it. It does get us out of some damage. It's a pretty good start. Build's got some things going for it. Very hard not to take the weaken hull. I think we'd be very foolish not to. Offered the ion converter again. I definitely take the cockpit lock on. And then we are upgrading that weaken hull to the version that creates the brittleness. And I think there's definitely some stuff going for this run already, especially since we get to open with this, which is pretty nice. The EMP thing is a real shame. I guess this is an okay time to just like bank some resources, get rid of the core. You're coming across for 5 now? Well, we're gonna have to move. Do I want to... It's probably block shot, right? Is that enough? Like if I move to the left once, I'll be taking 3. Yeah. That's not too bad. Okay. If we scoot over, we're only taking 2, which we can totally cover. If I move to the right, we're taking like a lot. So let's do this. Shield surge, basic dodge, basic shot. We did enough damage quickly enough at the beginning of the fight that we can definitely participate in a little bit of just like race down. Are you at 7? Yeah, pretty effective. I do not mind that right click. That is pretty good. Shield gun is interesting. Stun source is very difficult to pass up. We need a way of playing it, obviously. Draw an extra card and gain an extra energy on the first turn. So we could dirty engines, or we could attach a buoyant to the stun source. The thing is, you just can't afford to play it every turn. I guess this is a place where like the shield memory is a little bit useful. Shielding up at the end of combat makes it less likely that we need to move on the first turn of combat, which makes it more likely that I can just sit still and boot disc. But I think I'm just going to take the dirty engines, actually. Just like +1 energy all the time is so good. It's definitely worth dealing with a little bit of trash, even if the trash is potentially going to mess with our right click some. So do I want to move over and drill these shots into the weak point? I have to shield for 4. I think that's okay. So let's do this. That didn't work the way I was hoping. All right, we'll do that then. Yep. Multi-blast is not terrible here. Or do I want to just EMP? Actually, I probably just want to EMP. Because that overall that hit for quite a lot, right? And then we like... Do I lunge? I guess I lunge. And maybe take a point of hull damage to apply the brittle. Well, this is pretty grim. No, it's not. Never mind. We have lethal. I was like, gosh, I'm taking a lot of damage when he shoots us. But that should be if he shoots us. Now that we have some bonus energy, math.max is definitely interesting. I mean, it's always like good, but once you have 4 energy, you're going to be able to play. Yeah, I think we should take a math.max. It's nice to have one on board. And I think we're just sticking along this top line pretty much. All right, might be a good time to remove a card, but also we could upgrade math.max to make the penalty less annoying. Oh, you know what? Maybe this would be a good time to actually do the admin deploy thing. Yeah, admin deploy B is good. All right. Oh, hey, it's Grandma. So do we want a random rare? I kind of want to dump a card. I think we could afford to lose, like, basic block. That would be pretty all right. We have much better block cards than this. Okay. I wish we had a little bit of shield. But I guess we can multi-shot, then basic shot, then it just hit him with the EMP, turn off all that noise. Okay. A little bit of shielding to work with. This is a pretty good chance to admin deploy something valuable, though. Yeah, I think we're going to math.max here. And then we have 3 energy to figure this hand out. So we can lunge. If I play basic dodge and lunge, then I'm only getting shot for 2. I really want to play stun source. I really want to do an admin deploy on the stun source. And then play those 2 cards and slide over, but like it still leaves us taking a hull damage, and I'm wondering if that's worthwhile or if we should get the full evade instead by playing, you know, some like a shield surge. Well, if we're gonna do something like that, we should move over once first. Let's block shot, then lunge. Then, well, I can still admin deploy here. What was I don't know why I was thinking I needed to take the hit on the wing. As long as we're not taking the hit on the cockpit, we're fine. So yeah, I can still play stun source. I don't know what I was thinking. This does leave the missile right in front of us, which could be dangerous. But yeah, this is fine. Okay, pretty decent sized missiles there. A little awkward, for sure. 2 damage is not going to get me freedom against you, or 2 movement. You have 9 health, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I think we're okay. Yeah, right click. Thanks, right click. Security system is an interesting shield card with retain. I don't feel like it quite does enough for the 2, though. Like, I think I would rather just never draw that. Okay. Well, Spike, I gotta tell you, it sure seems good to me to attack right here. It's a shame that really didn't... there was no way to get that multi-blast off for decent damage. Okay. Well, admin deploying that seems pretty straightforward. A lunge will not do a tremendous amount for me, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that worked out. It was a good reroll. There's no reason not to. I mean, first of all, let's burn this. There's no reason not to just take the multi-shot. I guess, trash. There we go. May as well take the multi-shot for the full damage we are entitled to. Just gotta burn out the entire right half of our hand is all. Double oxygen leak on that turn was really brutal. Well, with math.max, we're definitely not going to draw a kill. I wonder if I should just, I guess, like burn the corrupted core. But I don't think I want the math.max penalty here. Wow. Rough one. All right, well, here I'm really looking for just like a way of doing stuff. We did not draw basic dodge. Well, I'm on the hook for only 3 damage, but I don't get to do any damage this turn, which really sucks. I guess shield surge and reroll. Take the basic shot because why not? That'll show him. Okay, here we go. A situation where I'm actually allowed to deal damage. Not very much damage. Brutal. Alright, come on. Yeah, this is lethal. That got a little ugly. Kind of a lot of garbage in my deck at this point. I do need to burn the trash a little bit. Don't think we like any of these. All right, show me something cool. Nanofiber hull is pretty whatever. Heal booster is worse though, for sure. So I'm definitely tempted to take the math.max penalty reduction. Yeah, let's do that. Because that penalty is pretty brutal as things stand. Okay. Do we have... No, we don't have admin deploy. Well, that's very annoying. I think we probably are just gonna kind of slide over here. Let's corrupted core. Let's just get a point of permanent shielding. Burn some trash. Do some re-rolling. Don't do anything else. Okay, this is not a bad place to stick the weakened hull, I think. My deck is getting garbaged up in a very serious way. Alright. Math.max, looking for that. Trash play, let's admin deploy that stun source. Okay. We really need more movement cards. I am feeling very not in control of our positioning here, which really sucks. I guess I just pass. Okay, this works. Turns the blast off. And then we get some good multi-shot damage, and then we just get your stupid garbage out of my deck. Well, I guess I did that the wrong way, didn't I? That was a little silly. Block shot here for sure. Shield surge. Get rid of this abyssal visions. Because I could have gotten rid of the trash instead of the abyssal visions, and then actually, yeah, we have lethal here. And then obviously the abyssal visions goes away at the end of the battle anyway. A second admin deploy B is kind of interesting, but it's reducing the amount of Like, the fact that it's already upgraded is compelling. But also, the fact that you're reducing the amount of actual, like, juice to aim your admin deploy at. Like, you know, sometimes you're going to draw 2 admin deploys, and it's like not having a card in your hand. I think we only really want one of them. Sure. Plus max shield is the thing that, like, we might actually be able to make use of with this ship sometimes. This is the time where we take the lunge upgrade. Feeling pretty good about our cards. Just gotta apply them appropriately. This is a really good time for an EMP. And there's no sense in shooting any of these attacks. Yeah, we'll just EMP. That is effectively quite a lot of damage. Definitely wish we had lunge. So I think I'm gonna slide all the way over here and cancel the missile shot. We'll just bank up a bunch of shield. I considered playing the reroll to get for the chance of putting the multi-blast on the right side of the hand, but it's just not likely enough, I think. This is a definite math.max. I suppose there's no reason not to play this first while it's still boosted. And also to increase the amount of chances that we get the things that I want. Which I did not do, in fact. So I did get math.max again, though. And if we were to draw now, we would be guaranteed to get our stun source. All right, well, we definitely take a lunge. Sorry, if I math.maxed with an empty hand, we'd get our stun source. We're actually not getting stun source right now. So I'm going to take 5 damage. We should definitely not just multi-blast. Shield Surge. I think it's got to be Shield Surge plus reroll. I have to not eat all of this doom. We're winning the race. Let's not get silly, right? Basic dodge, move over here, weaken hull. So we have 5 places that are worth shooting, kind of all in a line. Please don't move. Ah, you bastard. Well, I guess it's fine. We're looking at this, right? So I'm not going to be able to get this multi-shot onto the right side of my hand. I guess it's worth just opening with the math.max. So the multi-blast right now is 3 and 3 for the kill. Yeah. Yeah, being able to draw a large number of cards is pretty critical with the state our deck has gotten into. Yo, endless magazines, like, very good. The chip shot's going to always be worth 2 damage. I do like it. Yeah, I think we're definitely taking that. Anytime you gain shield, gain temp shield. It's not bad. Simplicity would be pretty good here. Genesis also might be pretty good here. But like Simplicity, I would absolutely just remove. Would I remove the 3rd basic shot? Is there a card in here that's worse? No, but I mean, it's not like the basic shots are not like terrible in our deck anyway. This might be a Genesis time. Until we get rid of the canisters, we're going to be kind of just on bad cards. This is not great. This is more interesting, I guess. I suppose the Grazer Beam is okay. That was a bit of a bummer. We got 3 pretty low value artifacts there. There's good stuff available. Alright, well, we're going to have to math.max here. Didn't draw my lunge, which I was really hoping I would. So I can't get our total... I don't know, okay. Yeah, basic dodge gets me to here. Now we're only taking one, and I could take none. I could block shot, but also we could just like endless magazine or something. I think I'm gonna take the block shot. And maybe like do a little core dump here, or no, I have admin deploy. I can still play my endless magazine. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, gotta be honest with you. Hate this position. Ooh, yeah, this is really rough. It's gotta be just getting rid of the Genesis canister though, right? Like this fight is probably not all that dangerous. We're not taking that much damage now, and I just like... We had to get rid of all this packaging. Alright, there's lunge to help us out. Am I? So I don't think I'm doing lunge and Genesis canister here. It's like, is this just an EMP turn? If so, it's probably like multi-shot into EMP. Yeah, we'll apply that. We'll chip shot you. And then I'll lunge out of the way here. I would love to get rid of some more of this Genesis packaging. Ugh, this shit sucks though. So yeah, admin deploy here obviously is very good. This is gonna leave him at 1. That's so frustrating. This is such a huge amount of damage. Frustrating. Okay, well, we certainly can't be taking shit like power play. There are situations where this is going to be good, but I think we got to be very careful about putting more cards in our deck. So care to engage in some debate, talk about the issues? If I've got nothing but time on my hands, we can do this over and over. Oh, it lets me respec my upgrades, but every time we do it, we gain an annoyance. No thanks. Is that an event we've seen before? That might be one of the few that we were still missing. This is pretty not great. Okay, if we lunge and then we weaken hull here, we can replace the armor, and then I can go here and go to a single hull point. Well, we better play stun source if we want to have any chance of surviving. Alright, fill me with comm jams. It's very annoying. And if we don't EMP, we lose. Seems to be the case. May as well store a dodge first. Okay, this is not like a horrible start. Okay, we have the evasion necessary to get out of this by tacking left a little bit. I think we're gonna have to do some of that. Yeah. So I guess what I want to do is multi-shot here first. Then we lunge that way. Bank and yeah. Okay, this is a fine time for an endless magazine. But it's also a pretty good time to get rid of... Yeah, it's also a pretty good time to get rid of Genesis canisters. Got to keep the long-term survival of our plan under control here. Okay, trash. Hit you for 4. Trash and just scoot. Alright, we're not dead yet, although these comm jams really kicking my ass. Let's re-roll. Alright, good. Looking for some slightly more playable damage here. Do I want to do 2 more damage, or do I want to... I guess hitting Endless Magazine gives me 2 free damage next turn. I can afford to delay 2 damage across the turn gap. Pretty scary. Button mash is surprisingly good. There are definitely some situations where button mash is going to absolutely save my life. I'm taking it. And then I think we have to go for the elite fight because we're going to fight an elite either way, but this one at least we get to repair afterward. Okay, the Colossus. Interesting. Well, hard to argue with lunge that away. Do we weaken the hull? Do we Endless Magazine? I think we do a hull weaken. I think we can just take 1 point of damage on the shields here. Must you? Must you chase me? It's not a horrible time for the button mash, actually. Maybe just like multi-shot first off the Grazer Beam. And bank up some resources. Let's just kind of generally keep to the side of the thing. Nope, never mind. It can chase you an infinite distance because of course it can. Well, I may as well have at it for a bit and then EMP. Right, we can actually play all of this stuff in our hand. It's a shame that it's not ordered a little bit better. Thanks, admin deploy. Once again, we're playing everything, so... I guess I am pointed directly at... Yeah, I should have moved a little bit. I don't think I'm going to take the rest of the evasion. I think I'm just going to let this hit the shields. Wow, really rough. Really, really rough. Let's... I guess I get to play everything no matter what. Just get rid of the Corrupted Core. Basic shot while I'm right here. Endless Magazine into multi-shot while I'm right here. And then, yeah, we better move over twice. Okay, I'm dead. Oh no, all right, we have a basic dodge. Basic dodge makes this probably survivable. Reroll, hoping to put the basic shot to the side here. Okay, well, I'm just taking 3. That's fine. You can blow up during your turn instead of during my turn. I don't think I'm taking a momentum. I think I'm taking a nothing. I think we got to take that Daka Drum. Daka Drum's fantastic with this setup. And then we desperately need to heal. As much as I do not want to use repair places like that, it's just like, what are the odds that we just get splattered by bad luck, you know? Too damn high. You know, at this point, I think the ion converter is good. We've gotten to a place where it is actually reasonable. Well, let's do this, and... guess admin deploy a block shot. Lunge out of the way and only take some damage. Or sorry, I'll lunge out of the way and do the evade. Okay, that's not too bad. Do we want to max this? I kind of think the other 4 energy that we have in our hand is probably about where I'm at. Like, let's just Endless Magazine, do this. blank the damage, take the heat to take the point of heat because like whatever. And yeah, this is not a horrible start. A little bit of damage in here. And then like, am I just hitting the EMP? I think I am, right? It's too much damage with too little response on our part to do anything else. All right, shoot you good, and also shoot you good, and also shoot you good, and then shoot you moderately, and sadly, not actually get the kill. Probably shouldn't move here. Well, if I spend the evade, I go from 4 incoming to 3 incoming, I guess. Yeah, I probably should move. Well, there you go. I shuffled my deck and he died to the sharp edge damage, which I was not even thinking about. Seriously considering the deflection. Do we have a decent amount of shield income? I don't know. I'm going to skip it. Hey, Smith. Oh, look. Here comes the science nerd. Gonna give me a science fact? Yeah. The Cobalt's emission spectrum is mostly gamma rays, which... I was being facetious. This almost gets me where I'm going. Then again, we could button mash. It just really sucks not to be... I feel like we got to get over there, right? Maybe I should math.max and get a better idea of what I'm looking at here. But I should play cards before I do that. This is actually going to hit for 0 damage. Well, I was going to say... Sorry, I was thinking this was the free one. I saw a 0 on it, and I was just like, that's the energy cost for sure. Yeah, I guess at this point, let's just math.max. So we didn't get our deploy. But we can scoot over here and do some damage. I'm going to Endless Magazine, and we'll just concuss for free. Wow, you probably should not be able to just like trivially move 8 spaces. That feels a little unfair to me. So we are... I mean, I guess I'm going to get to deal some okay damage. It's actually not going to be great this turn. But establishing the weakened hull is important. Then I guess we'll get rid of the corrupted core. Don't you play a Seeker. Very annoying shit. Alright, well. Admin deploy that stun source for sure. So 5 incoming. I'm going to be able to shield 3 of it. Nothing for it, sadly. Alright, where are we at on lethality here? Oh, you're at 3. We're like extremely good. Don't think I'm taking any of this stuff. I feel like I don't see big shield. Like it's a common, but I don't know that I've seen that before. It's interesting. I think I'm not going to take the 3 hull repair. When I could take something else. I mean, button mash harder seems pretty good. Let's see if we can pull it off. I'm going in. Don't wait up. All right, well, it's got to be EMP immediately, right? Oh, I'm stupid. I was going to EMP and then play dodge, but right. The EMP ends the turn even if it doesn't end your turn. And I'm just still not used to that somehow. Okay, well. Start with a lunge. Chip shot. Basic shot. Can't shield. Well, I can shield surge. And then play the multi-blast. I won't be getting, like, full credit for it is all. Yeah, whatever. Because it'll become the leftmost card in my hand to balance out it being the rightmost card in my hand before I play it. So we do take a point of hull damage here. Yes, the good news is this is like the smallest amount of damage we can take to activate our what do you call it, cannon? Our overdrive. The other news here is obviously that I am taking a huge amount of damage this turn. Holy shit, it's so much. Okay, well. Can concuss that at least. But I do believe we are losing the fight now pretty badly. Lack of movement really hurts. And that's it. There it is. No, I'm sorry. We have math.max. We can still find a way. We didn't, to be clear, but we can still. Although we will no longer be able to play button mash if we draw it. Unless we draw it alongside admin deploy. And since we have a full hand right now, how do we get out of this? I think the answer is we don't. I think we just lose. Like, I need to get cards out of my hand right now. Any card that is at all useful gets played immediately so that we can draw more cards off of math.max. But the problem is none of these cards are useful. Like, we actually can't get anywhere off of that. We have to play this just because it costs 0. And then we, like, play block shot and we lose some damage. That gets me 3 cards drawn. And I kind of needed lunge. So basic dodge gets the damage down to only 4. Yeah, I needed lunge. Lunge or button mash plus the other thing. Button mash plus admin deploy. Yeah, with this strategy, I think you have to be very, very, very careful about the number of cards you put in your deck, because you have to have reliable access to the little bit of movement you have, because you simply cannot, like, shield block is not an available defensive strategy in the same way that evasion is, because you just can't put up with enemies hitting you for 7. There's no way to gain enough shield reliably, whereas you can gain enough dodge reliably to negate these attack patterns. Dodge is an actual full defensive strategy. Shield is a sort of a supplementary half defensive strategy, which makes it really hard to survive if you aren't playing Dizzy, basically. Yep, alright, well, I guess let's just go ahead and die here. It's the best we can do. That's a shame. We were really blowing through that. I felt, until we were in that third area, I felt like we were on top of it. I will say the hard Genesis whiff where we got 3 artifacts and none of them were actually meaningful really, really, really hurt. Did it kill us? I don't know. I don't know if I would go that far, but it definitely was very bad. But 2027 map events found. We're so close to the end of the game. I think that's obviously going to have to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I'm debating how much more I want to do actual runs. I feel like at this point, I know that we just saw that there are, in fact, map events that we've never seen before and whatnot. But, like, I feel like we're seeing the same stuff so much at this point that I might just do some editing in the next one. Just try to get to, like, the ending, because I want to see the ending. I'm sure y'all want to see the ending too if you're sticking around. Just get to that ending a little bit faster with a little bit less repetition. I don't know. I'll think about it. Tomorrow's it's Christmas time here in the States, and so it's going to be a couple of real busy days for me. But when you come back next time, I don't know. I'll have a plan. We will be moving forward, and we'll see you then.